Today we're going to be doing a yoga and Pilates inspired core work. So you can begin in downward facing dog. And you want your shoulders, your ears and your shoulders in line with each other. And try to press your heels down towards the ground. Now from here, we're going to exhale and lower into plank. We want to hold each pose for a few seconds. So really focus on pulling that stomach in, like you're trying to pull your belly button in towards your spine. Right, now we're going to inhale and rotate into side plank. And from here I'm going to call it thread the needle. So for this, you'll raise your arms straight up. Make sure your feet are not stacked. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your hips and bring your arm through, and then inhale and lower back down. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. And 6. Good. So now we're going to switch sides. So exhale as you lift your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And return to downward facing dog. So lower. And from here we're going to get into Sphinx pose, so like the Egyptian. You want your forearms on the ground. And you're going to inhale and lift your chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to start by rolling your ribs up, then your pelvis, then your thighs, and finally knees. And then return to start. So let's do that again. So exhale. And then lift your ribs, your pelvis, thighs and knees. Now inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, start with ribs, pelvis, thighs, knees. Put your knees back down, thighs, pelvis, and ribs. And then inhale, lift your chest. We'll do that twice more. So ribs up, pelvis, thighs, knees, and knees back down, thighs, pelvis, and ribs. Good. So inhale, raise your chest again. And then exhale and lift your ribs, pelvis, thighs, and knees. Let's hold it here. Now put your knees back down, thighs, pelvis, and ribs. Good. So now we can push back into child's pose, so feet together, knees apart. Because our next ones, we're going to flip over onto our back. All right. So in yoga, this next move is called boat pose. So for this, depending on what level you want to do, you can either bring your legs up and arms like this. This would be the hardest. Or you can lightly touch your feet down. It's still going to be challenging. Or you can lightly touch your arms down. So, for this one, we're going to hold it like this. Then as we exhale, we're going to lay back. Then inhale, come back up. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So now we're going to build on that. So we're going to go back to boat pose. But this time when you exhale, instead of just laying back, we're going to form like an X or a star. So let's do 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Good. So you can lay on your back and pull your legs in, circle them around. From here, have your arms up behind your head. You just want your shoulders lifted off the ground, so you don't have to be way up. And our legs pointing towards the ceiling. And we're going to alternate by lowering our legs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So pull your knees back in. So the goal is to keep your legs pointed straight at the ceiling, but I struggle with my flexibility. And just like last time, we're going to kind of build on that. So legs up. This time we're going to hold our hands over to one side. So I'll start with this side so y'all can see them. So your hands are kind of together, and you will lower the opposite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So roll up. All right. Next one I'm going to call a towel ring, because your abs, you want to kind of ring them like this. So feet on the ground. Your arms are going to come up and slowly go to one side. So all these muscles, you want to kind of, just like you'd wring out a towel, right? So it's 1, 2. You want to inhale up and exhale down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So now to the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. All right, so from here, we're going to add on to that. So we're going back to our boat pose, and same thing with your arms. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty, and we just have the last set. Well, on the opposite side, and then we're done. So legs back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Good. So pull your legs back in, and you can just circle them around. And roll back up. Good job.